Okay, so let's talk a minute about your email strategy. I want to take a moment to just introduce this. This is inbound marketing. This is actually from a marketing automation company called HubSpot, and it outlines how people go about their research today. So let's say you're going to buy a car and you are interested in a Kia. So you start off probably, Googling some reviews, you look at some websites, you look maybe on social media, you saw a friend bought one. So you're a stranger, you're finding out your information, you're using keywords, maybe you're reading blogs. So then, you end up becoming a visitor to a website. And if that website is well done and smart, you have a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is something that, which we'll get into, you are going to give your email address in exchange for something of value. Then that person, it's a sales funnel. Let's say they keep going and they decide, oh, I'm going to now that I've read about this, I've read this lead magnet, I'm going to go to the dealer. Maybe I become a customer. And then hopefully, if you're lucky, you become a brand evangelist and you love your Kia, you tell all your friends about it, and you become, a promoter. So at this sort of midsection here, just high level, you want to be collecting emails. So getting people to give their email. So we'll talk about how you can go about doing that. So another high level framework, just internal versus external. So building your own list, which we just kind of went through. So having something of value, getting people to your website. So you have to create the visitors. So that you do through SEO, pay-per-click, social media. Somehow they're finding out about you. They're getting to your website. You're giving them something of value. Then you have their email address and you can then welcome them with a welcome email. You could do a drip campaign. So maybe 3 to 5 emails that explain who you are, your process. Maybe you have a special offer running. And then after that, if they don't become, a lead at the moment, then you can put them into a long-term nurture sequence, which is like a newsletter. So just keeping you in mind as the time goes by. External is about buying lists. You can do this from various brokers out there. We'll talk a little more about that. And then overall, you have an email database, you have fresh names coming in that you are collecting or possibly you're buying because people will age out and names become stale. So, just because you bought one list, that's not the end of it. You have to have this like ecosystem, and then you overall have an email strategy.